it by memory.
Nice.
Better
is
than I could do, yeah.
All right, great.
So it's a good way to kick it off.
Oh my God.
Good deal.
Yeah.
My dad used to make us memorize that.
So you know it.
No, I'm good,
You
thanks.
can be the poppy lady when mom's
No, no,
gone.
no, 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 no.
No, thank you, though. Appreciate you asking.
She got a second shot in one of her shoulders to kill the nerve because her rotator cuffs are gone. And she can't decide if it's worked or not. But I think it needs like 8 to 12 days to
Yeah.
see if it's killed the nerve or not. It's pretty weird when they put it in because it's got formaldehyde in it and poison and it's in there to just sizzle through that nerve.
Oh, wow, that
Yeah,
sounds kind of,
doesn't sound like fun, does
no,
it?
it doesn't sound good.
Is it painful when it sizzles through?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. She was going, oh, and I'm thinking that's a shame. But,
When they gave it to her, it hurt.
well, yeah, it's the second time they've done this one, so we're hoping it works this time.
Oh, the
Yeah,
second one, huh?
Yeah,
The first one just didn't take or just wore off? Okay,
on the other side it did, but this side it didn't.
okay, wow.
How's Otto's
Poor Ruth.
pain level with the planning board? Is it bearable?
It's bearable. You know he's working too, right? Good
He
lord.
told me that.
He's downstairs at 6:30 or 7 at his little desk working
Oh,
away.
sorry, Chris, I Oh, should've no got
Is he getting off of
I didn't
planning?
know if Kristen was coming.
Oh, no, he just got on.
Oh, he did?
She didn't say
she wasn't, so.
He's not doing Kiwanis right
See.
now.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah. So, this is that,
I bet,
the guys.
I bet.
All right, we are live,
Oh, okay.
just so you know.
Well,
So remember to use
I have
microphones and
4 o'clock on my
all that
watch.
good stuff.
Yeah, you have this.
I got 401, so.
Okay.
And,
We're live, so
Okay,
there's
yeah.
the mic.
All right. I'd like to welcome everyone to this meeting of the Library Board for June 25th, 2025. Maybe we'll start out by welcoming our new member. And
Thank
it's
you.
Nick,
Yep, Nick
last name is
Jones.
Jones. Okay, nice to meet you, Nick.
Thank you. I look forward to being here.
Good, okay.
welcome.
Have you all had a chance to read the minutes from the last meeting?
Sorry there are two sets. I don't know. I was having issues with iCompass when I put the agenda
Oh.
together.
That's fine.
They didn't want to put them on and then it apparently put them on twice, but they're the same. In case you looked at them both.
I move to approve.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the approval of the minutes passes then. Moving on to financial reports, Chris?
Let's see. I don't think there's anything
What's this?
really big to discuss.
It's right here.
Oh.
This should be in the back.
Mainly books, renewing a journal we get, a magazine, and buying some brackets for the CD drawers that we install, for the city budget anyway. The kind of same thing with the memorial miscellaneous. We did get $500 from Kiwanis for the summer reading program, which is great. And for some reason, First Interstate started charging $2 a month for paper statements because we had never gotten paper statements until they've got a new online banking system. And when that got turned on, apparently you had to sign up again for paperless. So we've got a $2 charge for the paper statement, but I went ahead and turned that off, so that won't be happening anymore. Yeah, that's about that. With that stuff, moved some more money into savings from the checking account, and then we have interest income on the Dunn Trust and the Memorial Miscellaneous Savings. I haven't gotten anything about The Community Foundation, I was expecting to get something, I'll probably get it tomorrow, but the second quarter statement should be coming out here pretty soon. Well, no, I guess it'll be July. It'll be July that we'll have the second quarter statement, so we'll have that for the next meeting. Yeah,
Chris, did we transfer the $3,000 just to cover expenses, or is that earmarked?
no, basically what I've started doing is well, some of it is donated money that I just move into savings, but other is if we have any kind of a surplus, I move it into savings so it generates interest rather than sitting in the checking account.
Great.
So,
good.
yeah, it just I think makes things more manageable and yeah, helps us grow that.
Thank you.
Yep. But so to answer your question, I guess some of it is earmarked. The donation part of it would be earmarked.
For like summer reading and, yeah.
Or whatever, we got, in fact, just after I had done all this, we got $200 from the hospital auxiliary donation for this year.
That's great,
Yeah, so we're still getting some money in. And I had somebody come in and 2 weeks ago, came in and asked about the flowers that we do. They said, "Hey, are you guys doing the flowers this year?" And I said, "Yeah, I just haven't gotten to it yet because it's been crappy out and whatever." And she said, "Well, my husband and I really like it." And so she handed me $200.
Oh.
Here, buy flowers.
Oh,
Great. So I actually only spent just a little over 100. So I've got 100 for next year's flowers, which is great. So
really nice.
yeah, so that was
noticed
awfully
that.
nice of her.
One day I walked out by and they were dead, and the next day I walked by and there was
They were
there was
alive.
flowers. Wow.
Yeah,
job.
well,
Good
yeah,
job.
it just took me a little while this year.
It's one of your many jobs. Okay, do we have any more info from financial reports?
I'd move to approve.
Second? Anyone? Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, financial reports passes. Director's report, you again, Chris?
All right.
Back to that.
It's right here. He said he'd do it here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
All right. Let's see. Our stats are all pretty good. Things have been a little bit quiet the past couple of weeks, but I think as the weather's gotten nicer, you're getting more people out and about doing stuff, which is great. Yeah, I put the auxiliary donation down there. Joyce Lamont is in for the rest of the month with art, and then Kat Thompson will be back in July. She's been with us a couple of times, does Western art. And then during August, we'll put up some of our photos, just since it's not a full month, we don't usually have an artist in August. The summer reading program stuff seems to be going pretty well. So yeah, that's keeping everybody busy. We have added a second baby and toddler story time because we were getting just so many kids and parents in there that it was, when you get over 20 people trying to do story time, if you've got like 15 or 20 kids, it gets pretty crazy. So we're doing that Tuesday and Wednesday mornings now, and so that seems to be working pretty well. As far as meetings, that's all kind of pretty standard. We did have the South Dakota, SDSU Extension came and did a master gardening workshop last week, and it was an all-day thing, and it worked out pretty well, I think. It was, they seemed to work well, and so that was an all-day thing, and other than that, it's been mainly just our stuff. I think the AC on the library side of City Hall has been fixed, so that's good. We will jet out the kitchen drain before the rally, so that should be good to go, and I don't think there's anything else. Oh, I'm gonna get the oven fixed, because I thought we had the oven fixed, but it's still sometimes when you turn it on, when it gets up to temperature, it shuts off. And I think it's maybe, the guy that looked at it said there's probably some broken insulation in a wire or something that when it heats up, it shorts. And so then it pops the breaker and then you have to go flip the breaker. So I will get that fixed so that, yeah, we can, you don't need to know the trick to use the oven. And so that'll be good. Other than that, everything I think is working pretty well. We're still putting rally stuff together. There may be some things that we'll be doing, helping out. I know we're helping out a little bit with the opening ceremonies as far as, well, not doing much, but a little bit. And the Veterans Day, Veterans Appreciation Day, I think we might be transporting some people if we need to. Other than that, it's going to be mostly taking care of our stuff. I haven't looked any more at taking debit or credit cards and getting that set up. I just haven't had time, and it's a real low priority item. So at some point, we'll probably go ahead and pull the trigger on that so people can use a debit card if they, because we're doing more printing now than we ever have before. And so I think people would probably appreciate it, especially if they have bigger jobs, to be able to pay that way. Also not on there, but I wanted to talk about this. A couple of weeks ago, I got the request from the county for to present a budget request to them. And so that I put it together, and that was yesterday, was the presentations. And so I wanted to give you guys a copy of what I asked for. I did change things a little bit, just because I felt like how we were asking for the money was not, it didn't quite make sense to me. You know, asking for $7,000 for Union Center library support isn't really accurate, because we don't, you know, we go out quarterly to do that, and so it's not $7,000 or $8,000 worth of labor. Where we really do, I think, use that more is with programming, summer reading, and so I shifted the salary part in what I asked for to better reflect that. So the part-time support that we get from Cindy for programming, and then also part of what Sierra does. So that shifted that a little bit. And then as far as the other numbers, what I was asking for, we usually ask for about 8% of our budget. And I'm not sure why we do that, but that's kind of where the numbers fall. And so I've continued to use that. They typically, well, as you can see, since 2021, they've given us $29,700, regardless of what we've asked for. I don't anticipate that to change much, although I guess it's a mill levy on property tax, so as that money goes up, there should be more money to spend, but that gets split between Faith, Piedmont, and ourselves. Faith usually doesn't apply for the money, so it gets split between Piedmont and ourselves. And so however they choose to split that up is up to them. I talked about our, we have 31% or so of our patrons are out of the city. But they also checked out, it was 51% of our physical checkouts were outside the city limits. 51% were from people outside of city limits. And so I mentioned that to them. I talked about how popular the hotspots are and how we've had to cut back on those. And it's to the point now where most of the time they're all checked out and people are putting them on hold because you know, we had 10 and now we're down to actually 6. And they're just out all the time.
Wow.
So I'm hoping that next year's budget will be able to add more back into the budget, because we still have the hotspot, the physical hotspots, we just couldn't afford service this year. So I you know, talked about that stuff and how the online stuff is really popular. The only comments were, one council person asked how I know that it's 30% outside of the city. And I talked to him about how we do the quadrants and how, you know, it's just based on address. And then Doreen asked about how much Rapid charges for an out-of-county card, because she said her daughter went to check out a book from Rapid and couldn't. I said, well, yeah, I said we don't have reciprocity with them anymore, but they charge 120 or 125 now. Yeah, it was. And I mentioned that we only charge 25. So, but other than that, they didn't have much to say. They were about almost 2 hours behind schedule, so they were kind of in a hurry to get things done. So, but yeah, that's about all they had as far as questions about anything. And so that's that, and I think that's about where we're at with the state of the library right now. Do you guys have any questions about anything?
Questions?
Kathy has come back. She's working part-time
Oh, good.
now,
This year.
and doing well. Yeah. She had doctor appointments today, but she'll be in tomorrow probably, unless she's worn out from those. But, yeah, she's doing well. And, yeah,
Yeah, good.
so that's good. Yeah.
Okay, do we need an approval of that? No. Okay, moving on to unfinished business, collection policy update, the second reading.
Yeah, nothing has changed since the first reading. It's just reflecting the language with the change to the statute about, well, yeah, and challenging the decision by the library board. So basically what's going on is that the state legislature wanted to remove protections for teachers, librarians, and museum workers, so that if someone underage came across something obscene, then you could criminally charge the librarian, the teacher, whatever. That passed the House, went to the Senate. The Senate basically gutted it and replaced it with language that just said, if someone objects to obscene materials, the way that they can then challenge the decision of the library board. So before, what happened, if somebody challenges materials, then I put together a committee, and we make a recommendation to the library board, and then the library board makes their decision, and that's it. Well, now, if whoever has made the challenge doesn't like the decision, they can then go to the city council and challenge that. If they don't like the city's council's decision, then they can actually file a civil suit. So the language of the collection policy reflects that.
I'm seeing it here, what I need to see.
And
I
that's
just
what's
had
in
a
red,
question.
is the change I made. And, once we pass this, I'll send something out to the city
Yeah,
council,
yes.
so you guys know what's going on. We haven't had a challenge since I've been here, you know, knock on wood. And actually, as far as that goes, of a moot point, because libraries don't have obscene materials, at least that would, something that wouldn't pass the Miller, or wouldn't pass the Miller test for obscenity. But it's, but anyway, it's there in the policy, and yeah, we had the first reading last meeting. Haven't changed any of the language, so with second reading, we can actually put that into play, because the law goes into effect on the 1st, on Tuesday, so.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yes, you can.
I wasn't here last week,
Right.
sorry, or last month.
Yeah.
In this folder, there's a sheet called Citizens Request Form for Purchase of Materials
In,
in the packet, and I'm unclear about that because then it's the,
well, that's probably just, that's part of the collection policy.
okay, so that a patron can come in and request.
Yeah, and they do all the time.
Okay, so they have to
Yeah.
all fill this out?
It depends. They don't have to fill it out, but if somebody wanted to fill it out, they can do it online. A lot of times they just come in and ask us if we've got a book, and if we don't.
Oh, yeah, I've done that,
You know,
but it
so,
was just
yeah.
included, so I didn't know if it was part of the complaint process or,
No, that's just part
Okay.
of the collection policy.
okay.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
included in there. Yep,
Sorry, I missed
No, that's
last
okay.
week, so I'm a little fuzzy.
yeah.
If I remember correct, sorry. If I remember correctly, City Attorney Davis also reviewed
I gave him
the change
the-
in the language and was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I ran it by him, and he said it looked good, so, yeah, we didn't need to make any changes that way, so.
Thank you.
Yep,
Okay, so we need to adopt it at this meeting, correct?
yes.
So I need a motion to adopt the new wording in our policy.
I'll move to approve the final reading.
Second from anyone?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, the new collection development policy for Sturgis Public Library, or the new wording anyway, passes. Okay. Any new business?
We have, oh, okay.
I had a patron ask me if it's possible for the library to have a class on AI. So they could become familiar with AI, more familiar with AI.
We could probably try something. I'm not by any means an expert on it. In fact, I tend not to use it just because I like to think for myself. But I know a lot of people do, and it, you know, my wife uses it all the time for things. And but yeah, we could probably do something on that. Did they talk about what they want? Like, do they want to use it? Do they want to know about it? Do they want to know how to watch out for scams, or
Probably all of it,
all of that? Okay,
covers all of that.
okay.
So they can learn how to use it efficiently and then not have to worry about scams.
And that's, yeah, and that's becoming a bigger, with the new Google text to video, you just tell it what you want and it'll generate it in a couple hours, which is incredibly fast. Yeah, and so it's, yeah, we could probably put something together for the fall, I would imagine.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
Oh, you quit anyway, okay.
Thank you.
yeah, no worries. Okay.
Do we have any other new business?
All right.
Okay. Moving on. Do we have anything to go before executive session today?
I do not.
Well, any other discussion? Anything for the good of the group?
Chris, would you mind just quickly noting the days the library will be closed for the holiday, 4th of July?
4th of July, we're closed Friday and Saturday. Anytime a holiday falls on a Friday, we take that Saturday off as well. And that's city policy
Great, thank you.
for us, yeah. And then we are open the Friday of the rally, but then we'll be closed Saturday through Saturday during rally week. So,
2nd through the 9th.
yeah,
Wonderful, thanks.
so, yeah, we'll have, yeah.
Okay. Do you have the same people working in the kitchen area this time? And is it the same people, do you know, that come in and do the cooking and all that?
That hasn't been determined yet.
Oh,
no.
okay. Just wondered. I know it's hard to find people to come in and do that. Good luck.
Are you volunteering?
No.
Oh,
There is a
No.
catering RFQ out there, so, or RFP, if you're interested.
Okay, I don't think I have the equipment for that, but thanks. Okay, well, I would do I have a second?
You bet.
All those in favor? Aye, okay. Thanks, everyone. Yes, thank you all.
all right.
Good job, Kel.
Thanks. Short and sweet.
Yeah, that's,
Less than a half hour?
Yeah.